Hey guys, welcome back to Woody's Gear Reviews. Today we're going to look at something different, right? Normally when I go anywhere, I kind of look at EDC or, survival, camping, hunting, that kind of stuff. I look for that in almost every store I go into. And there's one store I've been going to a lot lately just because it's not stale because I don't know everything in the store. So it lets me go down each aisle and kind of, like a kid in a candy store, I go down and I say, hey, is there anything that I can get in here that's at a, reasonable price? And I just enjoy the hunt. And recently I went into a Hobby Lobby to look at some canvas bags that they have that I know they have that usually go on sale. And as I was scouting around, I found these items here. And I thought, you know what? For being able to pick it up in a store, right? Didn't have to order it on Amazon or Temu or anywhere like that and wait several days to get my package, not knowing exactly what I was going to get, dimensions, how it felt, anything like that. I was able to go in store and look at these things really well and pick them up. We're not going to go over the 550 cord that much. We will look at it just to see what the ends look like, overall feel. But it is stranded 550 cord, and it's a hank of 100 feet. Which I like this color because, for camping and hunting, having a little bit of blaze orange or hunter's orange, whatever you want to call it, is good to be able to find something for zipper pulls or lanyards on knives, anything like that, or just whether it's ridge line or anything that you could use paracord for. I just picked this up and it was $6.49 for 100 feet. And I thought, hey, that's a good deal. I'm running low on orange. I'll go ahead and pick that up. So you could find, and they have all different colors, and you can find stuff like this fairly cheap and affordable and be able to go pick it up and get the color you want. And a lot of times, different aisles in Hobby Lobby will be 40% off. So if you catch it on the right day, you might get that paracord for 40% off, which makes it a steal of a deal for that price. And then the next thing I saw, I was looking down the leather aisle at the different leathers because I'm trying to make a sheath for a axe. I saw this and I'm like, man, you know what? I could buy these things, but I could make one. And I think, with heck, I'm about to try to make this sheath, so what better way to learn how to work with leather a little bit better than to buy a kit to get familiar with the technique, how they do it, so I could kind of maybe incorporate some of this stuff into my sheath. And yeah, it was $12.99, but really it's a solid. Let's go ahead and bust it out here. And what I'm going to do is we'll time lapse this video because I actually want to make this thing and show you all the final product. Because that's going to let y'all know if it's something that you want to use or not. But it was $12.99, real leather crafts, and it's basically just a field notes. I guess what are they calling it? Field notes cover or passport holder. But I do like it because you can put some cards in there, and I always carry some sort of notepad with me. And for camping and stuff like that, hunting, yes, I could carry a camo one, a Cordura one, or anything like that, which is going to be about the same money. But I do like the feel, the texture, the smell, and the look, and the way natural leather patinas. But that's a thick leather, guys. This isn't like super thin, so this thing's going to weather nicely. If you take care of it, it's going to last a long time. But that's just the cover itself. All the holes are already pre-done. All the leather is the same that I'm seeing is the same exact thickness, even for the card holder. I mean, that's just nice leather, pre-finished. It's really nice. So those are all your pieces, and I hope I learned how to sew in the military, guys. Everybody's like, how'd you learn how to sew? I'm like, in the military, but with thread and needle, not sewing machine, right? Just for repairs. But it has helped a lot in my life, being able to sew things. But it's a full kit. Okay, so this is like a waxed thread. I'm still on the fence, and they give you 3 hanks of waxed thread and 3 needles. I guess in case you bend a needle, the needles all look to be the same size. Yeah, they're all the same needles. I guess they just give you extra options, or they had these things pre-bundled, and they're like, okay, you need 3 hanks of cord, so toss 3 in there, and then you get 3 extra needles, I guess. I'm still debating whether I'm going to use this wax twine, or if I may use something different. I had it here on the table, and of course, as I'm making the video, it probably rolled off, and now I can't find it. But I do have some, here it is. I do have some of this sinew that I picked up in there, and I was thinking, man, maybe it would last longer and have more of a rustic feel if I use that instead. Guys, tell me your thoughts, especially people that do this, that do leather work. What would have been the better choice? The waxed rope here, or the wax string, or the sinew? Curious. Now, it's not going to help me in this video because we're going to time lapse it, and most likely I'm going to have picked one of the 2 options, and then I guess it's up to y'all to tell me afterwards in the comments which one I should have went with, depending on which one I actually used. And then they're kind of thoughtful. They actually just give you a small field notes, which fits in there perfectly in size reference. And I will have that one in here until I actually use it all. But I have a Ride in the Rain field note style book, and I want to see if it's the same size, which I'm pretty sure a lot of these pads are the same size. I think these are 3x5. And I know Ride in the Rain makes a 3x5. And then we'll try that out and see if that fits. So you have some different options. But you could definitely buy the actual field note books, like this one here, and exchange them. And then when you have this other piece that's going to be sewed on here, now you have a place for, to keep some Band-Aids. To keep your extra money, a Fresnel lens, or anything like that. You can toss a couple extra stuff in there, and then you've got this, and it could go in a back pocket, but it's going to go in my backpack. Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead, and you'll see some of the making of it, but we're going to kind of speed through that because nobody wants to see me poke myself in the finger with a needle and probably cuss a couple of times while I'm trying to figure out how to tie a knot. Alright guys, we'll bring you back when we get this thing started. Alright guys, welcome back. First of all, I don't know where to start. Let me start off by saying the people that do this stuff for a living, especially if you're hand stitching it, I admire you. It probably took me about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to finish, but I hand stitched everything, tied everything off. You can't see any of the knots, because most of them are hidden up underneath. That's the inside. There's your field notes pocket, and then for cash, business cards, Band-Aids, whatever you want. The knots are tied back here underneath, so you can't really see them, but everything's stitched, and I did that all by hand. A couple wounds later, you can see all the, I guess, leather pulling the string through. Yeah, that was a chore, but now that I have a template, I could buy this leather, cut this out myself, and make more of these if I chose to. I'm going to cherish this one because I did it myself. But if you take your field notes and you just slide your back cover through there like that, then let's see, it's designed for a pin, so let's grab a pin. In 1 second, grab a pin that's not a big giant pin. We'll grab this little Olight Mini 2 that we use a lot. Run this through here. And now it's nice and closed. See, there's a little loop there to be able to run a pin through. And now you have your field notes leather case. You know what? This is better, in my opinion. This is better than something you could buy. Something you stitch together yourself. It's good, solid leather. It's going to patina well. And I think it's just going to last in my camping bag for a long, long time. Man, like I said, I think it's pretty cool. If you want to do something, instead of just buying a bunch of stuff off Amazon, Temu, like I do a lot of, I was looking for something specific. I really didn't find what I was looking for, and then I stumbled across this and was like, this is almost exactly what I was looking for. Not quite, because I was wanting something that had a pocket on the outside as well. But for everything this is, for $12.99 with the field note pad, I think it's awesome. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. You know, this is a Hobby Lobby. I don't think is a place that a lot of people may think of going to find stuff that they can use for. This could be your EDC notepad, right? Hunting, camping, everyday use. Throw it in your center console of your car, your truck, your SUV, just to have a notepad, a pen, and some extra money, some business cards, whatever it is. This would make a great business card holder. So, and you know, take the meetings and not have to have a big old binder. Got your small little field notes, got your pen on there, and if anybody asks you for one of your business cards, you can pull them out. Like I said, keep extra cash, a couple Band-Aids, things like that. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the haul we got from Hobby Lobby. Again, 100-foot of paracord, $5.50 for $6.99, and then the leather field notes journal pouch. Anyways, guys, please do us a favor, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this type of video. There's more stuff we could get from there and possibly look at. They've got holsters. They've got business card holders. They've got some like packs that have multiple different pieces of leather in there that you could do in the different things. And then they have all the tools to make these holes, different ways to cut things out. The stencil. I think I'm going to buy one of the stencils and put my initials on here somewhere. They just have a magnitude of thing, and especially if you go in there and catch that aisle when they do their 40. Every week, one half of the store or the other goes on 40% off. And that would be the time to find stuff like this if it ever goes on sale. I'm not sure. If you work at Hobby Lobby or know more than I do, let us know in the comments. Anyways, guys, do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, click all those notifications. They help the channel grow. They help keep the content relevant. Still 3 ways to support the channel. You got your Wheaties gear, buy me a coffee, memberships. If you want to support the channel out in any way possible, those are ways you can do it. Anyways, guys, this was a little bit of a different take on EDC or gear. Hope you liked it. Love y'all. See you on the next one.